Hello, executives of AB Care. My name is Cohen, and today my associates and I will be exploring the strategic issues present within your current human resource management practices and how you can improve them going forward. First up, Yu Chong will take us through some of the strategic issues we identified.
Hi everyone, in this part I'm going to talk about the strategic issue and identify the key strategic issues that affecting the business of AB Care. Now I will identify the strategic issues that affecting the business of AB Care. There were negative reports on AB Care involving the quality of care and elderly care facilities. The company received complaints and concerns from many families. As a result, the company's employees need to be retrained, and the vacancy rate of the company's facilities is generally increasing. So the company has introduced a mandatory staff to resident ratio. However, there is a problem with the staffing of the company. As a present, each resident of the company has 3 hours to care, but it is recommended that each resident should have 4.3 hours of care. This indicates that AB Care is not meeting the recommended care time for the aged care industry. Another strategic issue is the issue of staff. First of all, the company relies too much on contract employees. Contract employees are not necessarily more loyal to the company than long-term employees, and they may not have enough caring experience and their time is unstable. At present, the percentage of female employees in AB Care is significantly higher than that in other companies in the industry, and many workers do not speak English. From the AB Care work focus profile, we can see that the age of the company's employees is obvious, and the company has not done any employees survey and little care or understanding of employees. Many workers complain about working too long. This is a strategic issue for AB Care. In terms of recruitment and human resource, the company also has strategic issue. In a new factory, it's hard to recruit good employees, and the company relies too much on contractors. Moreover, the company's recruitment database is spread from the employees' salary system, so it's difficult to obtain meaningful data on the efficiency of the recruiting process. This also led to the company does not know why some new employees left after working for a period. In terms of human resource, the first is that the human resource department has few employees, but there has heavy workload. The second is that there are new plans but not have enough funds to start. The third is that the human resource department needs to allocate employees or make plan according to the needs and recruitment of each state. To sum up, those problems are strategic issues of AB Care and need to be solved as soon as possible.
Now that we've identified the issues, let's further break them down through the 5 functions of human resource management. Planning is crucial for human resource management. At present, there is little planning going into staff to resident ratio. Staffing is currently based on 3 hours per day of care per resident when the recommended ratio is 4.3 hours. This recommendation was given by the Royal Commission, and so it will be mandatory to comply with the standards set to ensure AB care is not seen as an inferior carer, as this could result in residents and staff leaving. Acquiring new staff will need to be a priority if AB care is to be successful. It is expected that the number of registered nurses required is going to increase by the Royal Commission's recommendation, and so AB care will need to acquire them alongside new employees to fulfill the current lack of staff. If new employees are not found, then existing employees may also leave due to being further overworked. Developing the new employees through training will be critical to maintaining the standard of quality AB care is aiming for. When new employees are hired, it is your responsibility to train them accordingly so they can perform their roles to the standards required. If this is not done, there may be further complaints by families of residents and further bad press releases. Rewarding employees through payment for their work is a legal requirement. However, additional rewards can also see positive results. A lack of incentive other than regular pay can leave employees feeling unmotivated, which may lead to them doing the bare minimum. Incentives can boost morale and promote a positive work environment. Unmotivated employees may negatively impact the residents and further extend to employees complaining on social media, thus lowering the reputation of the business. Retaining employees is a must in order for AB Care to restore its tarnished reputation. Many employees have left due to poor practices and taken to social media to express their frustrations. This can be seen as by both current employees and the public, resulting in a bad reputation, and may have also caused other employees to leave. Maintaining clarity and promoting an open to discussion workplace can help employees overcome issues they may have. If employees are not retained, the business will continue to perform poorly. Next, we'll delve into some recommendations, starting with new HR recruitment methods.
Hello, I will talk about new HR recruitment methods in the AB Care. According to the article, the business of AB Care is heavily rely on contract staff. It will cause the labor shortage. The current employees need to do variety works, while other employees sick or annual leave. Sometimes whole employees will not train for whole skills, so they do not have more experiences to better finish all the works in different parts. So the employees may have a misconduct for the work as usual. The AB Care must recruit the employees from the internal and external. For internal parts, the HR should focus on three elements: talent inventory, replacement charts, and successful planning for all the employees. In order to cultivate more talents, the AB Care needs to use diversified training method to make each employees have opportunities to learn different skills. The best talent management practices will achieve. Also, the HR needs to create a positive work environment, make every employee can do the work with low pressure, so that the satisfaction of the employees will improve at the same time. The AB Care can implement a high-performance reward system, such high-skilled employees can earn more bonus in it. There are more and more employees will try to learn more skills to do different works. For the external recruitment, the AB Care can through the university recruitment either use internet recruitment or advertising to attract more units. One recruitment should focus on AIDI techniques to select best employees to do which areas of work, and recruit more social talents from the recruitment agencies and executive search firms. Also, it will take more human costs for the AB Care. It will bring more benefits such as labor shortage will be solved and more high-skilled employees can finish work with high working efficiency in the future. So the benefits will greater than the disadvantage of high cost recruit more employees. If HR in AB Care can recruit employees focused on these two ways, the AB Care objectives will easier to achieve in the future.
Hello AB Care executives, I'm Carla Campbell and I'll be presenting to you the recommendations regarding the future strategic human resource management frameworks for your organisation. Following on from the analysis on the internal and external improvements regarding recruitment, a strategical human resource model should be applied to ensure this is fulfilled along with other identified flaws. Strategic human resource management focuses on ensuring that human resource policies are congruent with a company's business strategy to pursue long-term goals with a macro focus, as well as using data and information to access the effectiveness of human resource management. The basic human resource model that would suit AB Care as a business is the Harvard model. This model encompasses a more humanistic and softer approach to human resource management, which aligns with the company's values. Using this framework as a basic foreground to work off will likely see a multitude of positive changes within the interest of all stakeholders. The assessment of AB Care's current human resource strategies has identified that there are issues in the areas of recruiting individuals who fit the role, having a high staff turnover, high sick leave rates, lack of employee data and feedback, and having a large allocation of the HR team focusing on misconduct investigations. Senior Human Rights Manager Anita Green has reported that she would like to focus on expanding the HR team, developing organisational incentives, and addressing local issues. By doing this, the human resource team will be able to implement the employee wellness program that is in development, slow the pace of change of technologies and regulations to minimise the issues arising regarding people management, and attain data regarding employee satisfaction. Addressing and improving these issues via implementing a strategical human resource framework will benefit the business. The application of the Harvard Human Resource Management Model as a strategical framework will benefit AB Care as it encourages policies that will result in congruence, cost effectiveness, and competence. This model was developed in 1984 by Beer and his colleagues and was founded as a softer, more humanistic approach to human resource management. The framework guides that managers are to prioritize policies in the management of employees as they are main stakeholders. These stakeholders also include shareholders, managers, government, community, and unions. Viewing employees as stakeholders exemplifies that they are valuable attributes to the organization. Furthermore, this framework promotes internal and external situational factors to be considered and accounted for by managers when HRM policies are being established. The model then goes on to identify the 4 elements of human resource management policy choices. Firstly, employee influence. This is in regard to the depth at which employees are consulted and included in organizational decision making. This would make an impact to AB Care as employees would be able to give feedback and assist in decision making regarding the business and their roles, which in turn will lead to increased well-being, commitment, and skill development. Secondly, human resource flow. This is about the types of human resource involvement, such as hiring, training, and performance appraisal. This being incorporated into the organisation would ensure new employees are fully trained and equipped for their role, which would have a positive impact on their fellow employees, patients, families, and the community. Thirdly, the reward system. This is related to methods regarding how employees are recognised for their contribution and awarded. Incorporating this as a focus within the new HR strategy will ensure AB Care employees strive for the rewards and feel more valuable to the organisation. Therefore, improve employee satisfaction and fast turnover rates. Finally, work systems. These are how working environment is made up. For example, job titles, application of technology, and resource alignment. These 4 elements that transgress to HR outcomes, known as the 4 Cs: commitment, competence, congruence, and cost effectiveness. These attributes create long-term employee satisfaction and security, organizational effectiveness, and societal well-being. This is extremely important to be implemented at AB Care, as it will address a vast number of the identified business issues. The application of the Harvard model was studied by Brunetto and his colleagues in 2011 to assess how HRM policy choice, in this case supervisor practices, affect HRM outcomes in terms of employee perception of well-being and commitment in the nursing sector. This research was conducted in response to Australia's lack of employee retention in nursing, leading to ineffective organisational function. The study found that after the implementation of the Harvard Strategic Human Resource Management model, that the hypotheses were accepted. These hypotheses related to the positive relationships between leader-member exchange and employee perception of well-being, employee satisfaction and effective commitment, and the employee perceptions of well-being and commitment. Therefore, it is recommended that AB Care utilize this framework as it incorporates many of the identified deficiencies in the organization and human resource sector. The implementation of this framework will require the company to expand the HR team overall, with particular focus on recruitment, training, and compliance officers. The larger team will allow the successful establishment and implementation of policies and therefore improve employees, patients, families, and the community's experience with the organization.
This concludes our presentation.